Hello FBF, hello YouTube, hello Instagram. How you doing today? I'm here again on the Nigerian Church series, the book titled The Nigerian Church, and I'm bringing to you a fresh chapter today. We've been on the last chapter, the part of God assessed. So if you're on this page, just scroll downwards and you'll see previous videos. So today we want to deal on the third chapter of the book. This is a video version of the book, The Nigerian Church. The Nigerian Church. The Nigerian Church. So now I want to look at the third chapter, because we're trying to consider the crisis, the issues that the Nigerian church is having, and I'm bringing forth another chapter that is it's titled Acts in Evolvement, or in bracket you say an advanced mind technology. Acts in evolvement. It's an advanced mind technology, or you can say an advanced and advancing mind technology. So an advanced and advanced, that is to say, a mind that is advanced and is also advancing. So there's also potential, or a potentiality of advancing again and more. Acts in evolvement has to do with acts that has happened and how things has evolved, how changes has happened, and how time has flied, and how there is technological advancement, and I call it spiritual technology. Spiritual technology in the mind of Christians, in that the Christians of previous century, what they knew, how much they knew, it's not to be compared to what the Christians in the 21st century knows and how much they know. So there is a lot of mind difference, and there's a lot of mind advancement. So I want to look at something from here. So let's see the acts in involvement. Let's see the acts in involvement. Wisdom compare. Wisdom is maximized daily. Wisdom is what? It's maximized daily. Okay? We're trying to look at the crisis of the Nigerian church, and we are looking at technology, the acts in involvement, advanced mind. So wisdom is advanced daily. Wisdom is maximized daily. Wisdom grows by the day, grows by centuries, it grows by millenniums, it grows by decades, etc. The 19th century wisdom can't be compared to now. The 19th century wisdom cannot be compared to now. The acts in involvement BC, when I say BC, I mean before Christ, the acts, the activities in involvement, okay, before Christ, man had limited wisdom. Man had what? Limited wisdom, which had no means of getting digital. So there was a limited wisdom, and there was almost no, in fact, there was no possibility of them getting digital. The livelihood as a then permits me to say they had attribute of slavery. The attribute as a then permits me to say that they actually had attributes of slavery. And based on how much they knew, based on how much their IQ could travel, based on their IQ strength, IQ capacity, based on how exposed they were, the limits to which they knew made it like they had attributes of slavery. They were not so simple. I say that based on the time they were in, the decade, the era they were in, and that limited their wisdom level, their awareness level. And so based on that, they had attributes of slavery. They were more like they could be enslaved, or they could serve. They could serve. These were the basis for their total submission to whoever assumed the place of a master. Check the records and see the guys in the Bible days. They had these attributes based on how much they knew. You and I can confirm that, when someone is not too exposed, that person can be very loyal. That person can be very loyal. I'm not saying that loyalty cannot be gotten from people who are exposed. Loyalty can be gotten from people who are exposed, but exposed by knowing the truth or understanding, the principle of true loyalty. Not loyalty out of their ignorance, but loyalty by study and awareness. But these sets of people, their loyalty can be linked to their level of awareness, considering the century and the time in which they existed. So these were the basis for their total submission to whoever assumed the place of a master. So to earthly masters. I just need you to be very careful to understand what I'm saying. This level of awareness made them very submissive to earthly masters, and not just to earthly masters, also to God. For those of them who were religious, who were Christians, for those of them who were godly worshippers, for those of them who recognized the place of the priesthood, the place of prophets. So that nature, that level of awareness made them so submissive to heavenly masters, and so also to God. Now, but then the 21st century, there's been an advancement. Men now know a lot. The guys of old, they never said Zop, like the SUP, Zop. But what do we have now? Men who feel they've known so much, they understand so much. Men who are very logical in their worship to God. Men who are very logical in their worship to God. They seem to know so much. They seem to know so much. Has God committed any offense by giving us an advancing wisdom? The Bible says in the book of Proverbs 3 verse 15, says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. It says in all your paths. But people are no longer trusting in the Lord, because there's been an advancement in their mind. They now know so much that they become very calculative and logical. You see somebody in the place of prayers is praying and is also calculating in his or her mind how he wants to solve a certain problem. So what are you praying? Why are you praying? You are praying and you are calculating. You are thinking how you go about whatever it is you are asking from God. A pastor is preaching on the pulpit, and someone is down there and he is trying to analyze and review what the person is saying, and the analysis that he is even making is not entirely consistent with scriptural demands or scriptural provisions. It's just based on selfish interest, or also, his own personal approach or personal understanding. So is this advanced wisdom, this advanced level of understanding, is it what will now bring about the crisis the Nigerian church is facing? It has brought, yes, definitely. You listening to me, you feel you've known so much. You've known God so much. Yeah, you just feel you've known him so much. You've gotten so familiar with his ways. And that is coming from how much we have known. So the acts in involvement has brought crisis to the Nigerian church. The level of understanding and awareness in the church. People now do a whole lot of things in church. based on what is called technological advancement. One of the crises the Nigerian church is facing. The crisis the Nigerian church is facing. People now live not considering scriptural demands, but they now live considering social demands, technological demands, and all of that. Whether these things are consistent with the scriptures or not, as long as it's the main thing, is the in thing. And so instead of them using this advanced wisdom, to tackle the devil and to detect his wickedness, they are rather not using it to promote his wickedness. Because when the underworld, when they sit in a meeting and they devise a means, then they come out there, and it's more like someone who is in a biology lab and then has a specimen. You call specimen A, specimen B, specimen C. And so right there in the underworld, right there in the dark world, then they devise these things, and then they come out and look for people and pour it in them. They become specimens through which they can carry out practicals of that which they have been able to arrange from the underworld. And they achieve that because these people they know a lot. Their mind is exposed, is advanced. They have power. They're sitting in places where they can execute these things, and they're positions of having that contact is because they have an advanced wisdom, because they've studied, they are learned. There's a song I've been listening for some years now. Okay, a song by Flower Lawrence. More. It says, all the worshippers in me wants to break free. I think I should just do that song just shortly. All the worshippers in me wants to break free from the cares of life that seems to weigh me down. It's all the worshippers in me needs consistency to lift my hands and give you praise when no one's around. All the worshippers in me needs to break free from the intellectual mentality. Like when I should be up, I'm seated in my seat. When I should be lifting my hands and giving you praise and glory. So the intellectual mentality make people, they're so corporate and organized in church. You hear the song, it says, when I should be up and lifting my hands in worship, I seem to be very pious and careful because I've gone to school, I know a lot. Intellectual mentality. And so you can hardly find people who would just solemnly, prostrate on the ground in honor to God. And people are being so stylish, advanced mind technology. It has brought about the reduction of the spirit effectiveness on the church. It's affecting a whole lot of things. So I think we should go back to the old rugged cross and find your way back. Stay solemn, stay simple, stay within the Spirit's leading. Move by the Spirit. Galatians chapter 5 verse 16, stay in the Spirit, walk in the Spirit. May the Lord help you. May the Lord help you. Make sure you like this video, comment, and share. People need to hear this. And let's see how we can correct the Nigerian church. Until we come again with the next chapter. God bless you. Stay on the watch and make sure you like the page. Click the notification buttons so that you can get more of the videos. God bless you.